Go from a mind that thinks to a consciousness that observes. This is an holistic and integrative approach to understanding and mastering reality. Comprehend deep transformation, reality itself, self-mastery, the interconnectedness of all things, the highest timeline of freedom, authenticity, and power through sovereignty. How do you teach sovereignty? You must first see the light within. This light resides within each and every individual, within every creation. It is the spark of divinity, the source from which all things emanate. You must recognize this light, not just within yourself, but in all things. To truly understand sovereignty, you must look beyond the surface, beyond the forms that the world has shaped, and see the essence of all beings. To teach sovereignty, you must learn to zoom out, to expand your vision and witness the bigger picture of creation. See the perfection that each path has chosen. See the journey of each soul, not as a series of random events, but as a sacred unfolding. A path of growth, struggle, and transformation. And in this vision, do not judge. Approach each being with compassion, for the road they may walk might be fraught with challenges you may never know. Are you ready to believe in the power of your divinity? For it is in this belief that your sovereignty is born. This is not arrogance nor pride, but a deep, humble recognition of the divine power that flows through you. This belief will shift your consciousness, will transform the way you see the world, and ultimately, the way you live in it. You will still be you, still present, still here and now, but now you'll see differently. And your light will shine so brightly, so intensely, that even the darkness will be pleased by your glow. It is through the art that has filled the weight of the world that true empathy arises. You must never be steamrolled by your own empathy. You must never let suffering drown you. You're part of this divine balance. You're the container for compassion, but you're also the light. It is real, and it touches every soul. But it is also through suffering that compassion is born. The nature of the self and the ego. Understanding the ego's role in the illusion of separation. Exploring its function in the grand design of creation. Its role in helping the individual navigate the physical world and how it can be transcended by higher states of consciousness experienced. The death of the ego is how a true spiritual sovereign arises and transcends from embracing his higher self, understanding the impermanence of identity, and finding freedom in the dissolution of false self-concepts. This is the power of consciousness and your quantum potential. In the quantum field, any human consciousness can understand how it can interact with the quantum vacuum, the field, how we can harness this relationship to influence reality, non-locality, and the infinite potential of the mind. You can differentiate the concept of non-local consciousness through our minds and how it transcends the boundaries of time and space. You can then learn how you can tap into the infinite well of possibilities that exist beyond the material world, the holographic universe, exploring how everything is a projection of consciousness and how your perception is how you perceive the universe itself. This can be seen as an hologram, with every part contains within the whole. One conscious creation, and your role is free will. By mastering the flow of manifestation in addition to the law of attraction, You can dive deeper into how free will interacts with the divine flow of the universe and how you can co-create your conscious reality. A sovereign creator is acting through will and intention. It's teaching how to set powerful intentions, harness willpower, and how to recognize the ability to shape destiny with sovereign choices. Your role as a creator, an operator, and a destroyer within yourself is to explore and see how every archetype within yourself can be each individually understand and how they can integrate themselves, that in a way it can help you unlock the highest potential of self-mastery itself. Through sacred geometry, you can understand the universe and the blueprint of creation, the architecture of existence, to further delve into how the geometric patterns found in nature, art, and the cosmos are simply manifestations of the divine mind. This includes the flower of life, the golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence as keys to understand the language of the universe, the quantum geometry of time and space itself, and how time and space are not separate entities but interconnected within the fabric of the universe, and how we can access higher dimensional realities through sacred geometry. This is true alchemy of the soul, spiritual alchemy, and to dive deeper into the metaphorical and literal concepts of the philosopher's stone, to transform the base itself into a higher enlightened state symbolized by that stone. This can involve the transmutation of negative emotions, thoughts, and energy into pure love and wisdom. Breaking down the alchemical process of calcination, dissolution, and coagulation as they apply to spiritual growth and evolution for the soul. The role of death and rebirth in the cycle of creation, because the eternal cycle of life, death and rebirth, is understanding through death, and as the primary fact that it is not an end but a transformative process that mirrors the continual evolution of the soul. Death must be seen as a return to source, and rebirth as a renewal of consciousness, both individually and collectively. Overcoming that fear of death is the way to explore how you can transcend the fear and how you can liberate yourself from limitations, allowing you to live fully and authentically in the present moment. The power of collective consciousness is for the global awakening, because once activates its global frequency, he sees a collective consciousness, and he now awakens to align with higher frequencies that bring about a global shift in awareness, leading in its own way to unity, peace, and at its own pace, the awakening of humanity. The role of synchronicity and divine timing must be understood, because how events and experiences in our lives are part of a greater cosmic design. It's not so simple to understand how to tune into this synchronicity, but everything happens in divine timing, and this is for guiding us toward our highest path. No matter what we lose along the way, it's redirection. Harnessing synchronicities for manifestation and alignment, because using synchronicity as a tool to align with your highest timeline is the way to create the reality where everything falls into place naturally. This is the future where your own humanity and evolution of consciousness meet in phases. You'll be able to explore in terms consciousness, energy, and spiritual awakening through each individual plays as like roles in shaping your evolution. You'll be able to transcend duality to rise of unity consciousness. This is a new era where humanity transcends duality. The role of sound, music, and sacred vibration are important in awakening. These sounds, like the music of the spheres and divine harmony, is how to heal, align, and awaken consciousness So delve into this transformative power of sound. Raise your frequency and allow the universe to permeate through you so you can attune yourself to higher resonance to find balance, peace, and higher wisdom within yourself.